Hey, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Claymore Lord here. Yeah, I know it's kind of dark because it is 10 o'clock at night, so yeah. And as you can see in the title, I'm talking about my opinion on the reasons and the ideal relationship in today's time. And basically, a lot of women that I've come across personally, they tend to be more, oh, I don't need a man, or if I do have a man, it's my way or the highway. You do what like the whole man doing what the woman wants scenario. That, for me personally, is an issue because I'm kind of old school in terms of beliefs and morals when it comes to relationships, compared to a lot of those same things in today's time. And the reason why I believe in such things is because it worked. It worked for so many years. Why was it changed? You know, if marriages were lasting 30, 40, 50 years 20 years ago, why is that not a thing now? Like, most marriages last 5 years, statistically speaking. The main reason I think it is because a lot of relationships the roles are being basically crossed over, or both are doing both parts. And that's not how relationships, in my opinion, work. If a man is meant to do this and a woman is meant to do that, the man should do what he is meant to do, and the woman is to do what the woman's meant to do. And I know, I'm pretty sure someone's going to say, oh, you're a sexist, or you're whatever. No, I'm saying what is real. If a car is meant to do what a car is meant to do, it's not supposed to be meant to be drove like a freaking motorcycle on two wheels. You know what I'm saying? If something's meant to do something and is biologically programmed to do something, then that is what it should do. And that's what, it should never cross over to a territory that it's not really meant to do. It just, you don't put a 5'5" guy in basketball to guard a fucking 6'10". No, you don't do that. But my beliefs personally is a man is to go out to work, get the money for the bills, get the food on the table, and do all the hard labor work, because that's what our bodies are physically capable of doing. It's even proven in, the amount of hours that, people work. Men tend to work longer hours in harder jobs than women. If you look at any type of job that a man does, it's all, hands-on labor-based work, whether it be construction, a mechanic, janitor, carpenter, lawnmower. You have a lot of hands-on, working hard type positions, as to women are more like doctors and nurses and social workers and teachers, because they're more attuned to the emotional part of their body than the men are. We are more physical. So when a man is basically dethroned of what he is meant to do by a woman, or a woman who's like, oh, I don't need you, I can get my own money, pay my own bills, you're just here, for me to have someone. That's the initial fuck up part. Because a man is not there to literally give the woman company. The man is there to give the woman the financial security and the safety, because men tend to be more protective over their belongings, technically. And women are more, an emotional and a mental boulder for us to, if we fall, y'all are always there to be like, hey, get up, you can do this, you encourage us, you're there to pick our spirits back up, because that's what y'all are good for. I'm not saying that a woman can't go out and get her own money and pay her own bills. However, what I am saying is, when you stray too far from what you're supposed to be doing in a relationship, that's where relationships tend not to work anymore. And I really hate going into this particular topic, but when it comes to childbirth, it is a man and a woman who end up having children. Now, y'all can say, well, what about two men who have kids or two women that have kids? Either way you look at it, both parties need the opposite sex in order to, have the child. You know what I'm saying? If you have two lesbians, they need to go out to a sperm donor or donation center, get it, put it in them, and then boom, they have a kid. But the fact is, some guy has to offer up his cells or his DNA in order for you to have that child, regardless of you being with a woman or not, or with a man or not. And the same thing with a man. A man would have to go out, donate his sperm to some woman, and then take custody of that kid, or adoption. Even in that case, you're still needing the help of a man and a woman to take that child from adoption centers and adopt it. So back to what I was saying with the relationship, when you start crossing over into the other's territory in terms of relationship roles, that's where you start fucking up. And plus, a lot of people in today's time, they don't see relationships as a mutual feeling. They see it more as some type of gain. They see, oh well, if I marry you, I can get kids, and then if we divorce, I could have alimony, or I could have child support. There's so much. The thinking behind it is wrong. So if people stop going, if women stop going into men territory, and men stop being such pushovers to women, I personally feel like relationships would work out a lot better than they have been. I've been in plenty of relationships where it was, oh, you ain't got money, oh, you ain't got a car, oh, you ain't got this, oh, you don't want to do me, then it's not going to work. So, when you get stuck on materialistic things, that's when, nothing, the term relationships means nothing. A relationship is the bond that you're building with the person on a day-to-day basis, and you're tending to be with that person for the rest of your life. Not, oh, how long can they, be useful, or how much stuff can they give me before they can't give me anything more. So this is, just my opinion. So like the video, comment, and subscribe.